Hello everyone. Today one of my students from Japan is going to talk about mindfulness with Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy. Yusuke-san is one of the great and famous life coaches and therapists in his town in Japan. He is a software engineer and used to work as a software engineer in a big company, but now he focuses on leading a community in Japan to share and promote healing not only of the minds but of the overall well-being. He is also a master of Zen Buddhism, which is just similar to Taoism, and has been doing this for many years. Last month, he had his first workshop on incorporating Zen therapy with Gestalt therapy in Mexico through the IAAGT 2024. IAAGT stands for the International Association for the Advancement of Gestalt Therapy. He chose me not only as his English coach, but also in helping him with his presentation and speech. Overall, he did very well, and the workshop was successful, and the outcome was beyond his expectation. Today, he's going to share part of his workshop and what the advantages of incorporating Zen therapy with Gestalt therapy. In the Preply space,
I mute.
you muted it. Yeah, I'm okay. Your background is, yeah, because it only emphasizes you. You look for something. Have you noticed that my background seems real? That I'm
Yeah.
really at the beach or in a condo, like in an expensive, place.
How about this?
you're you're not at the beach because you were in a conference. Where were you? This World War II.
3. By counting, you're still keeping the. It's like a how to say. It's like a rope getting into your deep mind.
Uh-huh.
It's a rope, right?
You're
With
pulling
the
the
rope,
rope.
you can you can get deeper,
Mm-hmm.
deeper, deeper inside yourself, right? But without this rope,
Mm-hmm.
it's easily you will get into sleep,
Uh-huh.
or you will get into the situation of the thinking, overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
So the point of the Zen meditation is the do not fall into sleep, do not think.
Mindfulness or therapy before we even get sick, or so that we won't get sick, right? We will.
Yeah, somehow
Mhm.
you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Like,
All right.
thank you for your time, Yusuke-san. I really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Jen.
Domo arigatou
Mhm.
gozaimashita. Kiwochikete
Thank you,
kudasai.
thank you very much. And I enjoyed the conversation with you a lot.
Yeah. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to more videos with you. Like maybe we will be
yeah,
talking about not only the Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy,
yeah,
other things.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah.
We are interested to know what Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy are. And then since you are an expert or the expert in this field, um, can you please introduce this to us?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and before that, please tell us about yourself. Like, how
Okay.
did you encounter Zen therapy, and why do we have to
Okay.
incorporate Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy? What's the
All right.
advantage,
Yeah.
especially to our minds, to our body, our overall health? All
All right.
right.
All right. Thank you, Jen. Um, so my name is Yusuke Jinai, and I live in Japan,
Uh-huh.
Tokyo. And I actually doing the Zen and the Gestalt therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Zen is of course the one of the Buddhism the derivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Gestalt therapy is perhaps just a small number of people know about the Gestalt therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gestalt is actually one of the psychotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the one of the formats, advanced formats originated. Um, its origin is the psychotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
psychoanalysis, actually. And the Gestalt is the German word. It's kind of strange. The Gestalt is strange, but that
Mm-hmm.
is a German word, and
Mm-hmm.
meaning that wholeness or pattern or um, like a, the figure. That is the original meaning of the Gestalt in German.
Mm-hmm.
So some of you knows that Gestalt psychology. It's one of the psychology, the Gestalt psychology, and the Gestalt therapy is developed by the Dr. Fritz Perls and his the wife Laura Perls. It's about the around the 1946, just after the World War II. Those two guys developed the Gestalt therapy. And the Fritz Perls is the almost the end of the Freud
Mm-hmm.
area, Sigmund Freud. He met the Fritz met the Freud at the very late age of the Freud,
Mm-hmm.
and actually he Fritz the Perls was the training has been the training of the psychoanalysis,
Mm-hmm.
and he wrote the article, I mean the paper, and submitted to the Freud, and the Freud denied, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the starting point of the Dr. Fritz Perls started to develop the Gestalt therapy based on the psychoanalysis. So the Gestalt therapy is was developed by the two Fritz Perls and Laura Perls, and they are Jewish, the people. So the before World War II, of course, in Germany, there are terrible things that happened to the Nazi. That they chased by the Nazi, and they escaped from Germany to Netherlands to the South Africa, and finally they landed to the New York,
Mm-hmm.
United States. It's about just after the around the very end of the World War II. In New York, at the New York, Fritz Perls and the Lord of Hertz with the other guys, whose name is the um, Rudolf Hefferlein and Paul Goodman.
What's that?
So Paul Goodman is the philosopher, and
Oh.
Ralph Hefara is the psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
And those three, and plus the Lord of Hearts, developed the very basic concept of the Gestalt therapy. That is the beginning of Gestalt therapy. And Gestalt therapy is the based on of course, I told you, psychoanalysis
Mm-hmm.
and the Gestalt psychology. And on top of that, they put the idea of the phenomenology and existential philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
and later on they put the concept of the paradoxical the change theory,
Mm-hmm.
the theory of the paradox. Sorry, um, um, the change theory or a paradoxical change theory.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that, they treat awareness as a very important portion of the Gestalt therapy, right? So the phenomenology, existential philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
and chain theory, the paradoxical change theory, and awareness, right? Those stuff are the basic, the framework or the concept or theory of the Gestalt therapy.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, and then they finally put the concept of the Zen Buddhism, the philosophy of Zen Buddhism or Taoism, right? The
Taoism.
reason why, yeah,
Oh, so
but
Zen is similar to Taoism.
Zen is actually similar to the Taoism. And Zen is, Buddhism is 2,600 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha and actually Shakyamuni got the enlightenment. That is the starting point of the Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, which took the almost the 1,000 years, that idea of the Buddhism, exported to the Tibet or other part of Asia, and went to the China,
Mm-hmm.
and then Zen was the frame after all.
Mm-hmm.
So the Zen is related to the China. Taoism is all about the China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zen is related to the Taoism. It's about the holism, and it's about of course, the Zen meditation is most important to the practice in Zen,
Mm-hmm.
and then that treats the awareness, and awareness is the enlightenment. Enlightenment is called the satori,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the awareness with the Zen meditations is the target of and the goal of the Zen meditation is to get to the enlightenment,
Mm-hmm.
which is called the satori. And important the concept is the awareness actually.
Mm-hmm.
So around the World War II, just after World War II, Zen is the kind of boom in the United States or around New York, because the one of the famous um, Zen person whose name is the Dr. Daisetsu Suzuki,
Mm-hmm.
the visited New York just after the World War II. He was invited to the Columbia University
Mm-hmm.
to teach the Zen Buddhism or Eastern culture to the Columbia University.
Mm-hmm.
So at New York, just after the World War II of New York, there are very kind of mixture of the philosophy or like Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy, and a mixture of the very interesting situation over
Mm-hmm.
there. So the Fritz Perls and those guys who developed the Gestalt therapy met the Zen concept,
Mm-hmm.
and then they realized that that is very similar to what they have been doing,
Mm-hmm.
like a phenomenology, existential theory, awareness, paradoxical change theory. They incorporated on top of those. They incorporated the Zen philosophy on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Gestalt therapy
Mm-hmm.
theory.
So how do we experience enlightenment? How can I have, say for example, me, how can I have enlightenment or what we call as satori?
Yeah, so it's a very simple. It's very simple.
Uh-huh.
The Zen exercise or practice is very simple.
Uh-huh.
Just sit and keep
Do
awareness.
meditation?
Yeah, the meditation is there are many way of the meditation,
Mm-hmm.
but Zen is very simple. It's just easy. Just sit down, right? Sit
Mm-hmm.
down and makes it most comfortable posture,
Mm-hmm.
and breathing in, breathing out,
Mm-hmm.
inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale.
Exhale.
Yeah, just keep um, noticing, keep noticing, keep be aware of your breathing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Is that a simple, right?
Yeah,
It's a
it
very
sounds simple, but like I heard a lot of people, they can't even focus. Sometimes we cannot really like actually do that
yeah,
right away. We cannot
yeah,
focus right away.
yeah.
Right.
That's the challenging, most challenging the
Mm-hmm.
part of the Zen or meditation.
Mm-hmm.
What we will do is just simple, right? Breathing in, breathing out.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep watching, keep watching. Be aware of the your body. I mean, your abdomen.
Mindful.
Yeah, your abdomen is raising the abdomen. Abdomen.
Diaphragm maybe.
Yeah,
Abdomen or diaphragm
abdomen.
maybe.
Abdomen. The raising the abdomen, folding the abdomen, or just the air is like, getting
You
into
inhale
your body.
and
Yeah,
exhale.
inhale, getting out it from the body, exhale.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep watching the movements of the abdomen or the air in and out, right? It's very simple, but it's not that simple to uh, keep watching, keep concentrating. It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard, but that is a trick. It's very easy,
It's
right?
a technique.
The yeah, one of the technique, sub technique is to count the breath,
Mm-hmm.
count your breathing.
Count the
Like,
breathing. So
yeah,
how many times should I like do that?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's a several way. It's a several way. Just inhale, exhale one,
mm-hmm.
inhale, exhale two,
Mm-hmm.
inhale, exhale three, and going to 10, going
10
back
times.
to the one, yeah, 10 times, or sometimes 8 times, right? Whatever. You can continue is the
Okay.
inhale
Whatever you like.
one, two, three. By counting, you are still keeping it's like a mm, how to say
Mm.
it's like a
Mm-hmm.
rope getting into your deep mind.
Uh-huh.
It's a rope, right?
You're
With
pulling
the
the
rope,
rope.
yeah, you can you can get deeper,
Mm-hmm.
deeper, deeper inside yourself, right? But without this rope,
Mm-hmm.
it's easily you will get into sleep,
Uh-huh.
or you will get into the situation of the thinking, overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
So the point of the Zen meditation is the do not fall into sleep, do not think, just stay on a neutral.
Stay awake with your eyes closed, right? You
Um,
have to close your eyes. Do we have to close our eyes while meditating?
that is a very important point. Zen derivation,
Uh-huh.
Zen practice is we open our eyes. It's a half open eyes. It's not like this, big
Just half
open,
open.
half open,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But yeah,
That would
yeah,
be hard for me.
okay. Um, it's not closing 100% is closing, just
Completely
only
closing your
30%.
eyes,
Yeah,
just half of it.
30% or 50% of the closing. The
Yeah.
way is the just um, it's not without efforts. Just uh, see your 3 feet
Was that
in front of
free?
3 feet in front of your floor,
Ah.
right? Through you can see that your nose, top of nose,
Uh-huh.
and your eye direction is go to
The ground
the
or the
floor,
floor? 3 feet.
groundwork. Yeah,
Ah. Okay.
but there are some the people, some derivation, the meditation derivation in the Zen Buddhism to recommend to close 100% your eyes.
Mhm.
But in a Zen, we open, half open. This is very important,
Mhm.
actually.
So you can still see your environment. Oh, I have a
Yeah,
question. When you're
yeah.
doing this meditation, do you have to choose a specific environment? Can I just do this anywhere I want to, inside my room or anywhere
Uh,
outside, or do I need to have a peaceful, clean environment? Do I have to do it there?
That's also very
Yeah,
important
because it's
situation,
the
right?
inhaling and the exhaling. What if I inhale
Yeah,
a polluted air? And so
yeah,
like yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, so it's of course that you should be in a safe place. You should be in a clean space.
Uh-huh.
Like you are in your backgrounds is very beautiful, like the scenery
Oh yeah,
and
the same with yours. Let's see.
inside.
Oh, wow. So
This,
we're
the
now in
yeah,
Greece. Is this
yeah.
Greece? The place we're at now? This is Greece, right?
I don't know.
We don't-
Maybe the Greece, maybe some place in the Mediterranean, that place. But
Yeah.
the firstly, I think that's very important to choose the place,
Mm-hmm.
like a calm place, peaceful place,
Mm-hmm.
and not too warm, not too hot, not too
Cold.
cold, right? Um, so without the winds, too big winds,
Not
right?
too windy.
Without the windy, without the noisy, you should pick up the place at
Mm-hmm.
first, the beginning of the practice of Zen. That said, that said,
Mm-hmm.
um, you can you will be able to meditate
Anywhere.
after after
Mm-hmm.
like in Japan, the train is, in the morning, it's a jump packed train.
Uh-huh.
You can meditate in the train.
In the train, it's crowded. Like I
It's
saw
crowded.
a lot of
Yeah.
videos about it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, how
It's
can I
crowded.
do it?
It's crowded. But after you practicing the Zen, the
Mm-hmm.
meditation, you can do you can meditate inside
Mm-hmm.
the very crowded environment.
Mm-hmm.
But firstly, you should choose the place, like a
Mm-hmm.
calm place. Or some people say that it's one of the best place to meditate is the washroom,
What's that?
toilet,
Ah, all right.
right? So the in theory, you can meditate wherever you go.
Uh-huh. So wherever you go or wherever it is, you can
Yeah,
do it.
in theory you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But firstly, you should choose the place,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the calm place, safe place,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no intervention.
Mm-hmm.
The place like
Yeah.
a 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, you said we can just meditate anywhere, even in a crowded train. So how long does
Hmm.
it take me to like master that one? Like I to meditate even in a crowded place. Yeah, how long does it take me
Um,
to master that one? And I won't be distracted by people.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I understand. Um, it's another good questions. How long we
Yes.
should sit?
Yeah, like you don't
Uh,
like you would feel like you're alone there. You're the only one in the train,
yeah,
even though it's crowded.
it and actually it depends on the how deep you can meditate.
Mm-hmm.
If you can meditate very deeply,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in a 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes,
You can
maybe in a 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes,
you can achieve
uh,
that.
you can achieve the enlightenment.
Uh-huh.
However, it's a very seldom,
Mm-hmm.
it's not often happening. You
Mm-hmm.
know what? There is this one story. Um, I will tell you this one story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our the guru master
Mm-hmm.
in my younger days, when I um,
You were still
the firstly
starting.
started the Zen training. Our master always he kept telling us,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you should he said you should keep continuing Zen meditation, Zen practice every day,
Mm-hmm.
even if 5 minutes, because it's not going to get the 5 minutes to get the enlightenment.
Mhm.
That is what our master told us,
Mhm.
right? In theory, it's not going to get the 5 minutes to get the enlightenment, but of course, we need to sit, you know, daily, weekly, yearly. We need to train
Our minds,
every day,
yeah,
yeah,
regularly.
regularly.
Mhm.
So it's yeah, but that is an extreme case,
Mhm.
right? So the beginning of the practice of the meditation, I think that maybe like a 5 minutes, starting from the 5 minutes, or 15 minutes, or
Mhm.
30 minutes, or if you can sit Zen sitting the 1 hour, I
Mhm.
think that you can um, um, meditate whole day or whole week.
Oh.
So one objective, one sub goal is uh, to sit Zen sitting meditation one
Mhm.
hour. Then it makes you very comfortable to sit down
You get used
one
to
hour.
it when you do
Yeah,
it like regularly, like
yeah.
every day.
But starts from the 1 minute is fine, actually,
Mhm.
or just breathing in, breathing out. That's fine
Mhm.
also.
Okay, I have another question because you told me that you are still a software engineer, but you worked before as a software engineer in a company, but then you
Mhm.
chose to be a Zen therapist or a coach
Yeah,
for this one. So why is that?
yeah.
Why?
Actually, that I am the organization development consultant,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right now, but um, the person I met my master was
Uh-huh.
my 90 years old days,
Uh-huh.
and during my university days, and then I was I was students of studying the technology computer science,
Uh-huh.
but happened to meet to the book whose name is uh, Introduction of the Zen.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was written by the master at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to go to his the dojo, Zen
Uh-huh.
dojo, Zen place that is happening in my school days. But after years, I decided to I don't know why, but I decided to go to choose the technology the
Mm-hmm.
area. So I started my career as the software engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and spend um, almost 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was in a situation to manage the big organization,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so struggle
Mm-hmm.
to manage the team or organization. That is exact time for me to meet the Gestalt therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's not a therapy, but Gestalt therapy is applies to the Gestalt coaching or Gestalt organization development, because the Gestalt therapy is all about communication with the others or with the environment. So it's easy to apply to have uh, not just only the psychotherapy, but it's easy to apply to the like a coaching or life coaching or the business coaching or organization development or team coaching. So after spending the time as the engineer, software engineer, 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
I was managing the bigger organizations. I was a manager, and I had the difficulty to manage actually the struggle to manage the team. So I met the Gestalt organization development or organization Gestalt therapy at the time. So that's the interesting the period for myself because the trainer of the Gestalt training, I mean the training Gestalt therapy, the lady told us the here and now is a very important here and now. But I
Here,
asked her
here,
here
and now.
here and now,
Mhm,
here and now.
mhm,
I was very interesting. I was very interested in how she explained to me,
mhm,
because here and now is one of the very important concepts in the Zen Buddhism. So I asked the question to her, why and how did you get the concept over here and now? And she told me that that is from the Gestalt therapy, right? So that is the point for me uh, to start having the interest in the Gestalt
mhm,
therapy or the Gestalt approach. Then I've been in a training of the Gestalt therapy, and during the training period, I realized the Zen is a very important part of the Gestalt therapy. So that now I am combines more about my background, my longer background of the Zen the practice, and also the Gestalt therapy or Gestalt approach. And I am bringing the two combination or integrated concept
mhm,
to the organization development in
mhm,
the Gestalt coaching.
mhm. So you started it in Japan, right? You told
Yeah,
me you
yeah,
started in Japan and you've been doing this for many years. And when you went to have a workshop, international workshop in Mexico last time, right? And
yep,
that was your first time, right?
yep. Yep. It does a person. Actually, the last month I went to the Mexico
Uh-huh.
and Mexico Veracruz,
Uh-huh.
and there's the big organizations called the International Association of the Advanced Gestalt Therapy (IAAGT). This is
Mhm.
a worldwide organization,
Mhm.
and which is the many Gestalt practitioner uh,
Mhm.
is belonging to. And then this the conference twice a year. Uh, they have the conference all over the world.
Mhm.
And this year is the Veracruz of
Was
Mexico.
held in
Yeah, held
Veracruz,
in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, yeah. I attended that conference 2 years ago, which
Mhm.
was held in the Ireland
Mhm.
uh, the last time. But at the times, I decided to make some the workshop or presentation
Mhm.
next time, which is this year. So
Mhm.
I decided to make the integration of the Zen and the Gestalt
Mhm.
therapy and made up the workshop.
Mhm.
And then the last month, I presented at Mexico
For the first time.
uh, for the first time to the audience.
You wanted to share it to other people. You wanted to share it to the whole world that you can or we can incorporate Zen therapy with Gestalt therapy, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, I told you just beginning of the Gestalt therapy,
Uh-huh.
Fritz Perls, Laura Person, and other guys incorporated Zen concept to the Gestalt therapy.
Mhm.
However, that is the still not yet deep size.
Uh-huh.
So what I did is trying to dig into more deeper side of the how
Mhm.
the Zen is related to the Gestalt therapy,
Mhm.
like treating the unconsciousness.
Mhm.
Treating the unconsciousness is the big theme of the psychoanalysis
Mhm.
and of course the psychotherapy.
Mhm.
But Zen is the treating the unconsciousness is the uh, it's all about the treating the unconsciousness.
Mhm.
So, but the way uh, to to deal the unconsciousness is totally different. However, it's unconsciousness.
Mhm.
is unconsciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of unique, the concept of the more integration of the Zen and the Gestalt therapy,
Mm-hmm. So
which I am.
you mentioned you have a community in Japan, yeah,
Yeah,
a community,
yeah.
a group of
I'm,
people like doing
yeah.
this Zen therapy. So does it promote healing to them? This Zen therapy
Mm,
with Gestalt therapy. Can you tell me about it?
yeah. I actually I am I am leading the community here in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leading the community of
All right,
uh,
you're the master.
Japanese Japanese Gestalt community. I'm
Mm-hmm.
leading right now, and uh, in the group, I mean, in the community, I am providing. I just started providing the Zen and Gestalt therapy
Mm-hmm.
incorporated to the like Zen meditation and
Mm-hmm.
plus the Gestalt therapy group work. Group work is like a communication with the group, or uh, um, it's a specific way of the therapy, which is called the hot seat in a group.
Uh-huh.
Hot seat is a therapist and the client is having a dialogue uh, in the group. That is called the hot seat. Is a very traditional way of the Gestalt therapy.
Mm-hmm. So it's one on
So
one.
yeah, there's one-on-one actually, but in the group there's one-on-one. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
the therapy is the one-on-one in a room, right? But the Gestalt therapy, one of the traditional the way of the Gestalt therapy is the one-on-one conversation in the group.
Mm-hmm.
That is called hot seat. Or in a group, just one by one, uh, you yeah, you know, between the participants A and participants B is
Uh,
started
they
communicating.
interact with each other.
Yeah, interactors communicating, and then that dialogue or conversation affect the other the people like a person
Mm-hmm.
the participants see would jump in the conversation. It's not a conversation, actually dialogue, the one-on-one conversation, and one to the group to the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the way of the format of the gesture therapy. And then what I am trying to do is to combine the Zen meditation. Meditation is all about individual experience,
Mm-hmm.
but based on the concentration or awareness, full of awareness, will bring the very good um, um, element to the group therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the group therapy is about the healing. You
Mm-hmm.
said healing. Therapy is about the healing.
Mm-hmm.
But um, the Gestalt approach is not only about healing, but also about the communication or connection with others or
Mm-hmm.
environment.
Mm-hmm.
So the therapy portion or psychotherapy is like a spectrum, right? Psychoanalysis can be used for the recovering
Mm-hmm.
the mental illness,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is the only one of the application of the Gestalt therapy. But not just only that, um, um, we people
Especially in
you know,
Japan, right?
no, not just in Japan but worldwide. The people are suffering, right? Like
Oh,
a life
yes. A
and
lot of
business,
people are all over the world are suffering.
right? But some people they get the mental illness, but however, not the mental illness, but the suffering, the like
Mm-hmm.
lost or sadness or
Mm-hmm.
you know, losing the
Loneliness.
energy, right? If this situation getting worse, maybe the depression
Mm-hmm.
or anxiety, going to the mental illness portion, right? But even though in a situation you don't have to have the like medicine, or you don't have to have the meeting um, doctors, still we have a lot of suffering. We have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of suffering.
Ah, so you're telling me that even if you take medications or even if you go to the doctor, you would still
Mm.
be suffering.
Yeah,
Uh,
some people,
that's why
some
you.
people have,
Mm,
some people would have this mental illness, or
mm-hmm,
based on the life suffering.
mm-hmm.
But with some people also will get the like it's a disease of the brain,
Yeah.
right? Right. Um, Psychoanalysis, psychotherapy is actually cannot be used to the like schizophrenia
Mm-hmm,
or other related to the brain disease.
mm-hmm.
Um, it's not relevant to use this mental. I mean, it's not a mental illness, but a disease.
Ah, okay. So doing
Right?
the Zen therapy um, uh, cannot cure that one, the
Actually,
mental
not just only
disease.
the Zen therapy, but also the
Gestalt therapy,
psychotherapy
psychoanalysis,
cannot be applied to the
disease.
disease. Cannot be applied, right?
Mm-hmm,
But once you get recovering from this
mm-hmm,
disease, the region to the outside of the disease, but still you have the struggle, you have the suffering.
mm-hmm,
That area is the one of the target of the psychotherapy, and I guess therapy and Zen therapy is a very good fit of this area. But not just only the healing,
mm-hmm.
this one Gestalt therapy or Gestalt approach and Zen is very good for the um, not sick people, ordinary people,
This is for
ordinary.
prevention, so you won't get sick. You're telling us that doing
Um,
the
yeah,
therapy
yeah,
is
yes, yes.
prevention. It's not a cure if you already
It's
have the
it's not a
disease.
cure. It's not a cure. It's not a cure, and it can be regarded as the prevention,
Mm-hmm,
like you right. But to answer the question, like existential question,
uh-huh,
which is um, who am I?
mm-hmm,
Well, what is I? What is I?
mm-hmm. Who am I? What's my
Or
purpose? What's my
yeah,
purpose in this world?
purpose of life.
A purpose of life, right?
Why why do we live,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or
Why am I here?
why I'm here, and what the world, what the universe
Mm-hmm,
is. What is the universe? What is the world?
mm-hmm,
Or sometimes religious people, who and how made this world,
mm-hmm,
or who and how made this
mm-hmm.
made myself. Those kinds of it's not about the religion, the Gestalt therapy or Zen therapy is not
It
about the
has nothing to do
religion,
with religion or whatever.
right?
Mm-hmm,
But so many people in the world have the religion, like a Christianity or Jewish or Muslim or other the religions.
mm-hmm,
It's um, it's a very good fit to explore
mm-hmm,
this kind of question,
mm-hmm,
which is called the existential question.
mm-hmm,
So it's not about the mental illness. It's not about the healing,
mm-hmm,
but to answer or to explore the question about you know what is this universe, what is this world, and
mm-hmm,
who am I,
mm-hmm,
what is I,
mm-hmm,
and who made this, how made this.
mm-hmm,
Maybe some people or many people will have this kind of question during their life,
mm-hmm,
from the birth to the death, maybe 50 years, 80 years, or 100 years. I don't know. It
mm-hmm.
depends on the person. Once we were born, meaning that we are mortal, right? We need to have we need to have the date of the death,
Uh-huh,
meaning that death is the losing our body, losing our consciousness, right?
uh-huh.
But may or may not be
It's the end of life.
end of life. The people will have this question: who am I? Who is I? So
Yeah.
the two, of course, there is no
specific answer to that?
Yeah,
You haven't
there's
found the
no
answer
specific.
yet? Like you've been doing the Zen therapy, you've been meditating for many years, but you haven't found the right answer to the question, who am I? What am I doing
It's a,
here? It's really difficult.
the yeah. I think that somehow that I have or we have the question. The answer
Mm-hmm.
to those two questions, but the it's not the type of the answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's another QA. It's another Q&A, right?
Yes, I
It's
understand.
answer is accepting the our current situation. That is the
Mm-hmm.
answer. That could be the answer. I don't know, right? It depends on the person. Depends on the
Mm-hmm.
people. Um, um, the figure of answer differs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very hard to get it.
Yeah, but at least like a once you have the enlightenment upon meditating, right? You can get enlightenment when you do meditation. Oh, you can achieve peace of mind, I think.
Yeah.
Peace of mind, right?
You know what? The reason I laugh is that that is quite often the frequent asked question.
Yeah.
Um,
It starts with the mind, right? Like
yeah,
whatever diseases you have, it's
yeah,
because you're thinking of it. Like, oh, I think I'm having a headache. Then you will have a headache. I think I'm gonna have this kind of disease. Then you will have it, right?
mm,
So Zen
yeah,
therapy with Gestalt therapy, it it has something to do with
yeah,
the mind,
yeah,
how
yeah,
you
yeah,
empty your mind, you
mm,
clean your mind.
yeah. Um, like a headache, like anxiety, like
Uh-huh,
stress,
yeah.
like tension, right?
Mm-hmm,
Tension.
mm-hmm,
We want to be free from this kind of the struggle or suffering, right?
mm-hmm.
Some people will take the pill.
Yes.
It's easy. It's easy. Or some people will have this drug, right?
Yeah, but it's
Marijuana or
temporary.
LSD, right? Some people,
Hmm.
it's a, it's very easy,
Hmm.
but it's just a temporary,
Yes.
maybe hours. That's it. Or some people will drink alcohol.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. However, it's a temporary,
Hmm.
and Zen therapy or Gestalt therapy will fix that situation
Hmm.
totally different way. And then the ones after the training months or years, you could get the enlightenment,
Hmm.
fortunately. But question is that the end of exploring your existential question
Hmm.
or not? So the people say that once you get the enlightenment, that you're gonna be happy, and you're not gonna be um, um, you know you you will be free from the suffering.
Hmm.
That is the many people think that, which I disagree.
Hmm.
I or many Zen master disagree.
Why?
Once you get the enlightenment, that is just only the one milestone.
Hmm.
Of course, the you know the first enlightenment is a very important milestone, but it's not the end of the story. Still,
Ah,
you have there's something uh, to explore the mind. Deeper your experience. Wider your mind.
so that's the first step.
Yeah, that is just only the first step.
You have to do a lot of things to achieve
Yeah.
peace of mind, a mindfulness.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It takes a lot
Um,
of work and practice.
yeah. Yeah. Achieve is a kind of tricky word, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a, it's a talking about achievements. It's uh, we were. hours or days, right?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, let's say it's achievements, right? This is the intermediate
Achieve
achievement.
meaning you have a goal and you've
Yeah,
reached it,
we have
so
goal.
that means you have an
Yeah,
achievement. But
yeah.
can you
But that goal is not the goal. The
yeah.
goal is not the final goal, right? It's just the milestone, right?
Mhm. Yeah. But
So
in
it's
Zen
a very
therapy,
controversial. Yeah.
we usually have like a lot. No, all of us have goals, right? And then
Mhm.
when we reach that goal, we
Yeah,
consider it as an achievement. But in Zen
yeah.
therapy, just like what you said, it's not an achievement, not
You know
yet.
what? This is very interesting question. Yeah, I told you that Gestalt therapy or Zen therapy is related to not just only the healing or
Uh-huh.
psychotherapy, but also it can be applied to the coaching or
Uh-huh.
team coaching or organization development.
Mhm.
Of course, the organization or the coaching, there is a goal, right? Ultimate goal.
Mhm.
Um, In a Gestalt context or Zen context, the goal is goal, but goal is not the goal, final goal. If you are just focusing on the goal, you're not going to be reaching to the goal. That is the theory of the paradox of the change, right? So we will have the goal, right? We will
Mhm.
set the goal, but practice is once we will forget about this
Mhm.
goal, just put aside. That is very controversial. It's a very subtle.
Yeah. Yusuke-san, for a while, let me pause this first. Let me listen.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I heard that in 15
Yeah.
minutes. So maybe you can just tell us um the conclusion of like the advantage of Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy. And then after that one, you convince me about Japan, because I want to live in Japan one day. Can I survive the cold? But you told me it's been very hot in Japan for like how many months now? Yeah.
You can survive in Japan, right? There's many people, many Filipino people living in Japan,
Uh-huh.
and actually you're worried about the temperature of the Japan.
Uh-huh.
Like these days um, in Japan it's very hot. This year is
Mhm.
extremely hot. And the winter time, so that it's like Tokyo or Osaka, this main part of the Japan. We have the colds
Uh-huh.
um, in the winter, and not just only the temperature, but also the rains.
Uh-huh.
Huge, heavy rain we have
Uh-huh.
these days. But you can survive.
Yeah, because Japan is very beautiful. It's
Mm,
clean, peaceful.
mm,
Um, the people are quiet. Yeah, it's good for me. I can concentrate well. Because I've met a lot of like Japanese people
yeah.
here. I've got a lot of Japanese students and friends.
Mm,
Yeah, they're very nice people, very polite.
mm,
So I was thinking like, um, maybe one day I will live in
mm,
Japan.
yeah.
I want to, but
You should.
I
You
have to
should.
be fluent in Japanese. But the kanji, that one is really hard for me.
You don't have to learn the kanji, right? It's just
It,
talking. Just speaking Japanese. Speaking Japanese, it's
the
easy.
basic
It's
Japanese.
easy. It's easy.
Huh.
But the learning of the kanji is huge effort you
Yeah,
need
that one
to.
is really difficult
You-
because that one is
yeah.
Chinese.
But you don't have to you don't have to learn the Japan. I mean the kanji
Kanji,
character
right?
to survive to live in Japan.
Hmm.
There are many people who don't read kanji character.
Yeah.
Just
The
conversation.
hiragana, katakana, and then the
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
conversation
It's
Japanese.
not so according to the people who started learning or who have that experience of learning Japanese, and say that many people say that Japanese language is not the hard to have the conversation level, like a
Mm-hmm.
speech, the listening level. But once you started learning the kanji character, maybe it's very difficult. But you can survive without knowing the
Yeah,
kanji
unless
character.
I work with Japanese people, then I need to learn Japanese,
Yep,
maybe a few
yep,
kanji words or
yep,
letters.
yep.
That's really difficult.
It's a kanji is the picture actually.
Yeah.
So if you divide the kanji parts,
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of picture.
Hmm.
It's of the based on the nature, like the sun and moon
Fire.
and yeah, fire or the water, and that is the combination of the picture. So
Hmm.
once you get the idea of this the components, it's easy, not easy, but it will take some time for you to learn. But its combination is very interesting. It's a
Hmm.
nature of the picture, the
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah, one day. One
Yeah.
day. But I don't need to, you're right. I don't need to like study all of the kanji words.
Mm,
Like I got a book, it has 5,000 kanji words. Oh my gosh.
mm,
Maybe I would only
mm,
memorize 10 of those.
mm. So they how to live in Japan, how to survive in Japan. Um it's a it's not a specific way of how to live in Japan, right?
Hmm.
It's a global the concept.
Hmm.
Um, how to have the relationship with the people around
Hmm.
you, right? Yeah, if I would live in the Philippines, right?
Hmm.
I need to have the contact with the Filipino people around
Hmm. The
my so,
locals.
right, locals. If I would live in the Mexico, I need to have the contact with them, the local people.
Hmm.
This is just the same, how you can have the
Interact.
good, yeah, interact. Maybe to make that, you need to step one step to connect with the people,
Like the basic
like you doing in
communication.
Philippines. Yeah, communication. That's it.
Mm. Yeah, I will do that one day.
Yeah.
So, okay, before you go, before we finish this video, like, um, do you have anything to say, like, to convince people about like therapy? Should we get therapy, all of us? Like,
Mm-mm.
should we consider mindfulness?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, it's a very it's not the so
Mm.
complicated, but uh, you need to understand
Uh-huh.
it, what you're suffering is that the mental illness or
Mm-hmm.
mental disease.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you need to go to the doctor. You need to
Oh.
meet the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you have the not the illness or disease like anxiety, like depression,
Mm-hmm.
like tension or stress, or having the daily difficulty,
Mm-hmm.
struggle. It's the psychotherapy
Mm-hmm.
or Zen or mindfulness
Mm-hmm.
are very good for this area,
Mm-hmm.
because the more than the people in the world is there are so many information,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like internet, they're all over the internet, the YouTube, the SNS.
Mm-hmm.
We are surrounded by the too much information.
Mm-hmm.
So our brain is over functioning,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we need to calm down our thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But calm down the our thinking is a very tricky. If I try to calm down intentionally,
Mhm.
perhaps you're not going to be a success.
Mhm. Little by little or step by step.
Yeah, yeah, and that needs the practice. So
Mhm.
the practice is the one of the practice is good practice is Zen meditation,
Mhm.
mindfulness, or Gestalt therapy is actually the very one of the good way to calm down your thinking,
Mhm.
to focus on the not thinking but the sensation of the body or emotion
Mhm.
or something's going on right now. Just focusing on the emotion, body sensation, or thinking. What kind of the thinking is the raising? If you can um, be aware of the what's going on inside your body, uh, you will be able to calm down your overthinking,
Mm.
which makes you be free from the suffering. That
Yeah.
is the
Yeah. To manage your
theory. And
mind.
one of the yeah minds, the calm down your mind.
Mm.
And to calm down your minds, you cannot intentionally calm down your minds. So there is a step by step
Mhm.
practice, Gestalt therapy, and also the Zen meditation or mindfulness.
Mhm.
There is a quote by the Abin Polster, who is one of the famous Gestalt practitioner. He said, um, "Therapy is too good, too limited to the sick."
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
What's that? Therapy is
His therapy is too good to be limited to the sick.
ah, it's too good to be limited to the sick.
Yeah. So he said what he said is that
Mhm.
therapy can be applied to the ordinary life, ordinary people,
Normal people,
normal people,
and not only for sick people, and not really
not
specifically
only
for sick
for the sick.
people.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So you're saying that we need to do the mindfulness or therapy before we even get sick, or so that we won't get sick, right? We
Yeah.
will.
And somehow
Mhm.
you're fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Like,
All right.
thank you for your time, Yusuke-san. I really
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Jen.
どうもありがとうご
Mhm.
ざいました。気をつけてくだ
Thank you.
さい。
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I enjoyed the conversation with you a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to more videos with you. Like maybe we will be
Yeah.
talking about not only the Zen therapy and Gestalt therapy,
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.